So about 2 months ago, I uploaded a video called The Legend of KingA Ripper, and about 2 days ago when I was just browsing the comments on that video, I saw someone had posted a link, and I almost deleted it because I thought it was just going to be one of those bit links that you click on and get a virus, but thank God I read the URL because I noticed the words Glutton slob. Now if you had watched that KingA Ripper video or know anything about him, you would know that the gluttonous slob is one of his nicknames. So I clicked on the link, and the link took me to a, it's like a social media site for fetishes and shit, but we'll get into that later. But before we get too deep in this video, all of the information in this video about KingA Ripper is public knowledge. I believe that he doesn't want to be in the spotlight anymore, and I'll kind of explain why that's the case later on in this video. Let's get into it.
Just been ripping raunchy ass farts all night.
Now, when I first clicked on a link to this site, I was kind of scared of it, honestly. So I used a couple keywords in the URL and just looked it up in Google. And that's when I came across a Reddit post under an account named KingA Ripper Archive. Now, on this account, I came across a post that it made on a thread to Your Mom's House podcast, which is a big podcast with Tom Segura and his wife. That's not how I found out about KingA Ripper, but they have talked about him in the past. This account had posted a bunch of links leading to all of KingA Ripper's supposed social media accounts. I went through and clicked through a couple of them. A lot of them were deleted, but there were some accounts that were still up. There was a link to a Tumblr page and a Google Plus page with a backup Google Plus page. But as I went through these, I started to notice that he stopped uploading on all of these accounts on November 23rd of 2015, and they also linked a supposed official channel for KingA Ripper himself on YouTube called The Slob Gorgeous, but as you look, it shows there's no videos on the channel, but when you go to the About section, it says, joined November 29th, 2015. So he started this YouTube channel up supposedly after his original one had gotten deleted, but I thought it was weird that there's no videos on it, so we can't really prove if this is him or not. So I decided to look a little bit deeper into it. Now, one of the social medias that was posted in that thread was a link to a gay fetish porn site. For me to be able to see if he had posted anything on his account, I had to make an account on the site, and the 2 minutes I was on that site, it fucking scarred me. I went on the site, and again, the last post that was on there was November 23rd, 2015. So it seems like he kind of just got rid of all these accounts around that date. And it kind of got me curious, why did he get rid of all of his accounts on this date? It just seems really weird. Some of them left up, some of them deleted. There was really no trail as to if he's posted anything since. That's where I kind of came up with a theory. And as I said earlier, Tom and Christina on Your Mom's House had been talking about KingA Ripper a couple times that year. And on June 23rd, they visited Joe Rogan on his podcast, where they had also brought up KingA Ripper. Now, if you know Joe Rogan, he is like one of the biggest, if not the biggest, podcast on the fucking planet. When he was shown on there, a bunch of people flooded to all of KingA Ripper's accounts and whatnot, and what I think happened was he just got overwhelmed. He didn't want everybody to see him, because if you've seen his videos, you know he shows his face in them, and I think he just got embarrassed. He didn't want everybody to see who he was and for people to notice him on the street and say, hey, you're KingA Ripper. If I were him, I for sure would not want that to fucking happen. So I think him being in the spotlight and a bunch of people rushing to all of his stuff, and that's why he shut his account down. Now, I don't know if that's exactly why, but that's just my theory as to what happened.
But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory.
Now, it seems like we're on a dead-end trail now, but remember the very first link that started all of this? Well, I went back to that site and I decided, well, the only way for me to really see if KingA Ripper is still active or alive at that, I'm gonna have to make an account on there, and I did. And it was awful. That's right, you guys better not take me for granted. I had to sign up to these 2 gay fetish websites in order to find this type of shit. I made an account on the site, and within 2 minutes, I already had a message of a guy asking to see my belly. But I went to the account name that was in the link. I found KingA Ripper himself. And when I looked down the post and whatnot, I had seen a post to an unlisted video 2 months ago on the same YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel I talked about earlier, that is the official channel, but he doesn't upload public videos. He posts them all unlisted. And in order to watch the videos, you have to pay him. So now we know that the gluttonous slob himself is still alive and is still active, but the only way to see his content now is you have to PayPal him basically to get the videos. Now I did find a link to one of his unlisted videos. I'm not going to show it again because he put in the post nobody publicly share this or whatnot, but I am going to read you guys the description here. This video was uploaded in July. In the description it says, using feeder slaves cash to stuff my gut with burgers, fries, nuggets, and shakes and sodas at Wendy's, being a gross hog at the table. Full 9-minute version available with $5 PayPal donation. So yeah, KingA Ripper, he's still out there, he's still making content, but you basically have to pay him to do it. And I think that's actually genius of him, honestly. What's the point in just shoving out these videos to all these random people when you could just have people fucking pay you to do it for them? So there you have it. KingA Ripper is in fact alive, but I can't say healthy, but he's alive, and that's kind of all I wanted to know. Before I deleted the account on that one website because I was absolutely fucking disgusted with it, I scrolled down a bit and he does have kind of a small following, and like I said earlier, I think that's all he wants. I don't think he wants the spotlight on him or a bunch of people to know about him. I think he'd rather just have a small, very loyal community to put his videos out to the people who really just want them and not to the people who are just gonna make fun of him or whatnot. But I guess that concludes the legend of KingA Ripper, hairy and gross, the gluttonous slob, whatever you want to call him. We know he's alive, we know he's somewhat well. Now, if you're wondering if he posts fart videos, I couldn't find any with the public knowledge that I have. I didn't pay him to get any personal videos but I have some sort of love for his work, but not enough to pay him for it. Now, if you want to take it a step further and actually start donating to him to get the personal videos yourself, I didn't get a PayPal link. I didn't think of it at the time, but if you dig deep enough, you will find it. But thank you all for watching, and for those of you who were curious where KingA Ripper went, I hope you're satisfied with your answer.